Hello everyone. It's a great opportunity and honor for me to be part of keynote speaker on the 7th International Conference on Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Development 2021. The theme for which I would like to speak on that is UN's SDG 2030, and the area of focus for me what I have to speak about is quality education. So now let's start here with I'm just taking a topic integrating evidence-based technologies in physics curriculum development. I'm talking about how we can introduce technology in classroom situation when we are teaching a subject, or we can take these technology having certain evidence and where the teachers have that capacity to understand how and why he is using technologies in curriculum. Like here I am taking physics as a course for grade 11 and 12 student so that they can have understanding of physics, and they may have any doubt, misconception they can overcome when they use technologies. First, I would like to introduce about my background. Like as everybody have certain constraints, so I have so many. Like I am from a remote hill schools. I do not have access of transport as well as resources. I mean to say, like we do not have any kind of 21st century digital resources available in our remote areas, and at the same time we are facing problem like human resources. We don't have enough teachers, especially in sciences. So, being a teacher, what we can do only one thing. We can develop, we can create digital resources. That way, the student can be benefited, and they may have a more and more interest on the learning, and they will have concept clarity when we introduce technology. So as you can see on the picture, we don't have enough of resources. I'm using only a laptop in the classroom, and all students are just looking the videos related to the topic what they can see there. So the need of the hour is digital resources. I mean to say, because every country, every state have their need, and the best need is digital resources, digital lessons for the subject as per the local language, as per the local dialects, and we have to make our student at par, like they must have the 21st century skills so that they will not be behind. They will come in the mainstream in any subject in any area. Like I'm taking here physics. So why I am taking physics and why I choose different technologies in classroom? Because I think we have to make our student confident enough so that they can face the challenges whatever they are fronting as on today. So I gone through a different literature review, like peer instructions is a user manual which talks about how we can create instructions and how we can introduce topic in a classroom so that if there is any misconception among the student, that can be clear. So this manual talks about how we can give more and more benefit using peer instructions. Means the methodology, the style of teaching by the teacher definitely help the student to learn in a better way, and that is only the peer instructions, how we frame instruction, how we frame question, how we introduce the questions. Then I have one another very good tool which talk about engagement of the student, especially in the subject where you have misconceptions, where you have doubts and student do not participate eagerly. and they do not interact with the teachers. So more engagement, more participation, we must use a technology which is Brain Candy. And it's a very good tool and a very good technology which is free for the teachers and student, available everywhere. So we can use this technology. One more technology, GeoGebra, which is an OER that enables augmenting real experiment for the student, and it helps us to create a different simulation interactives for the student, so that if there is any difficult subject, any different topic, any kind of doubt within the student, you can make them clear, understand by using technology. So the first and foremost thing, we must have a quality lesson planning. Means the teacher must use a 5E based lesson plan. 5E based lesson plan mean they must engage student, they must have resources to explore by the student, they should explain the resources, the content to the student, they should provide opportunities for the student so that they can elaborate whatever they are understanding, they can extend their knowledge, and finally we must have a certain tools so that we can evaluate our student. So I mean to say 5E based lesson plan is a complete lesson plan which help us to enhance engagement, discussion opportunities on the misconception, and it provides teachers and students equal opportunities to interact. And these lessons are especially helpful to make them understand when they have difficulties. So making 5E based digital plan is one of the key resource for the teacher so that they can help their student as per their need, as per their local curriculum, whatever the government plan for the school education. What will be the benefits when we will use digital based lesson plan, when we will introduce technology in the classroom? Definitely, it will help them to achieve their level, conceptual learning, and you will have a big repository. You have a big resources storage that we call digital resource development. You will have a professional development of the teachers, as well as your student will come up with the confidence, their skill will develop, and in real time you can assess your student, you can interact with the teachers, parents, as well as with the boss or your organization. How you will do that? You simply you have to have a plan in your mind how you will introduce technology. Especially, I'm talking about the technology on which you believe. You know how to introduce it, you know how to use it, and why to use it. For all that, you should have an action plan in your mind before introducing any technology in the classroom. So that for creating a good kind of lesson plan and their implementation in the classroom, you must have a pre and post test for the teachers, for the student, so that at least you can have an idea which technology we are going to use in the classroom. You must have a discussion of different OERs among the teachers, among the your department's head, so that you have a green signal from them to install all the softwares, or to review the softwares before implementing. You can discuss with your head of the department, your principal, so that you can implement and you can check the achievement level as well. So you must have first and foremost planning in your mind, and that plan strategy how you are going to introduce in the classroom. Like for example, I'm using here like some different web tools, softwares, applications, graphics, and GeoGebra as an one tool, which is OER. For that, what I did, I made a lesson plan. What I'm going to show you, you will visualize this lesson plan. This is a physics lesson plan, which is talking about alternating current. So this lesson plan I usually implement in the classroom. We have a learning objective. We have the technology what we are going to use here, like Brain Candy. I'm using GeoGebra, ThinkerZ,
some whiteboard screen, graphic organizers, YouTube, fetch simulation, virtual lab, and mobile applications, and so many tools. A worksheet, Google form for the assessment. So there are certain means planning in my mind, like how I will engage my student. For that, I will use Padlet, Google Classroom questions, Brain Candy, display board, Plicos, and some YouTube video. So this is just to engage the student, and then how we will explore the tools, resources for related to the lesson. We can use Google search, we can use OER in physics, we can use some website like Physics Sanrakshanam, Physics Classroom, Wikipedia, and Wakelet, just where we can have resources available for the student. And then whatever they explore, we can explain them using interactive board, whiteboard, projectors, mobile technology, Google Classroom, Flipgrid. So we have different tools and technology just to explain the content, and then we can elaborate whatever they are learning, they are understanding related to the topic. You can take a quiz using Brain Candy, Microsoft Form, Google Form. You can use a GeoGebra as well. You can use a spreadsheet. You can use virtual lab, and we can use even some application software like Bernier, Diksha. We can use some blog, and finally we can evaluate our student by making quiz, by implementing certain interactives and simulation where they can play, and we can conduct an online opinion poll as well, or we can straight away introduce so that they can have opportunity to participate in a plenary session. So like warm-up session, we will use some pre-test, then I will use Padlet as well. We will invite them to participate and to interact. Then we can use Brain Candy, like I am showing you here. This is a Brain Candy, we can use it. Now we can use this one also. We can use some web resources which is available at the platform. We can use some video clips. We can use GeoGebra as an interactive tools. As I told you, we can use it frequently. Like here we have created some sliders. We can show them how alternating current varies, and now what is the phasor diagram, what is the waveform. So that way we can introduce with them, and at the same time we can talk about the other tools, like we can talk about fetish simulation, how they can create circuit diagram for the registers, for the inductor. Same way we can introduce virtual lab, and we can introduce some lab session as well with them. So this is the way to introduce a lesson. And finally we can do a Brain Candy software for the evaluation. We can show them different questions, and showing them a questions they can participate during the question hour. So this way we can go for the our lesson planning. We can introduce our course area with the student. So this is what I would like to tell you, how we can use different tools in a classroom. For example, I can show you a sample video here as a product, how we introduce technology as a teacher, global teachers, because physics is a very challenging subject for everyone, everywhere, not even in India. I saw, as I am here in Arizona State University in USA, here I am seeing, I am visiting so many schools. They have a problem, especially in physics, in mathematics. Reason is very simple, because teachers need more uh, professional development, introducing technology in the classroom. So if they will create this kind of video lessons which is based on ICT tools, technology, then they can implement their class, their topics in the classroom, and the student will enjoy the technology. They will have opportunity to interact with the teacher as well. And definitely they can, if they have a video like this in the remote areas, you can introduce these videos, and they do not need all the time internet access. They can, if download once all these videos, or if you can give them through a USB, through DVD, so that the student who are in the remote areas, they can have a learning, or the student who are in urban areas having all access of the technology, even then they can use all these tools. So hopefully from this kind of videos, and from you by using these web tools, softwares, graphic organizers and OERs, teacher will help uh, the student, as well as they can have a professional development with the other teachers also. They can share, they can collaborate these lessons to other schools, to other countries as well as, and they can invite all people across the world, so that they can have a learning among the all student, among all the teachers, and in future they can achieve what the UN SDG 2030 plan for. And definitely I hope if a teacher decides to use technology appropriately, which is based on certain evidence, and which help them to create interest, to engage, to involve a student, they must do it. And in future, all the teachers definitely they are doing very hard work, but their hard work will pay them if their student will turn out as a global citizen, having that pace to face the challenges which is coming in front of them in future. So thank you very much.